S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the...
Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
Off-play action. Costello. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
How about that, taking a deep shot on the first play of the game. Obviously wanting to set a tone by pushing the ball downfield. Just came up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Costello. And able to find Green. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Ready? 18 Gators.
Squeeze, double up.
On first down, Costello. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Allen taking it himself, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Josh Allen, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Under 10, 10. Ready.
Now Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his running back, Mixon. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And Eifert has it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
10 Lobo. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Are you getting ahead?
From the gun, Costello. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Ross on the return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. I think defensively, you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Ready. 10-2 start. Hey.
Safety's creeping.
Hustle.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Give them 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On third down, Costello. He's got his man, Boyd. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Out. X3, 218, chopper. 2.
On second down, Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Costello. Open man is Uzama. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll give it to Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
That's complete. Bernard. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
I can't believe they let you play.
Pilot, 64, weak, 5.
On second down now, Mixon, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Down, 60 or.
53, Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
Hey, high 7.
I got it.
Ready?
On first and 10, Costello. Open man is Ross, complete. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now.
From the gun, Costello. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
53, check 53. I'm on.
Second and 4. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But now it's third and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
From the gun on third down. Costello to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, We know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
57's a mark. 57's a mark.
From the gun, it's Allen. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throw left side complete. It's Terry. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. The crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back to throw. Costello. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Going deep for Eifert. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a gain of 35. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well. And he just provides.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check 26, check 26. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Brown 80!
51, come on. Come on, come on. Check. Hey, watch it.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Topper!
Check!
Fire!
Throwing again. Costello. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Off the play fake. Costello. And that's complete. It's Green here. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Costello. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First and 10 at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Drop deep. Check 43.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Silver.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Back to throw. Costello looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 17-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the draw, here's Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now Allen. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set, ready? 10-2 start.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
6-6. Pull it high.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
5.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Ready, ready.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Night, night, sweetheart.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cincinnati, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chills.